Hey guys, I just wanted to do a follow-up video to my fasting experience that I had over at Tanglewood in Costa Rica. I only made a couple of videos during my fast. Wasn't, I guess up to doing them so often. I really found the computer to be draining, and I was really just trying to rest as much as possible. Even a mere 20 minutes was just, it killed me. So basically I just wanted to kind of go over all the benefits that I experienced, and I guess some of the issues I dealt with. If you've watched my other two videos, you'll notice that I said that I had a lot of what would be the word for it, I guess nausea. My stomach was very, very sick, felt like I needed to throw up, almost kind of like I had a stomach virus. A lot of dry heaving, coughing up some pretty thick blood and mucus out of the stomach. I took a lot of prescription medication, a lot of antibiotics mostly growing up. I was real sick, so that just really destroyed my stomach. Had IBS for a while, irritable bowel syndrome, for those of you who don't know what that is. And just absolutely wreaked havoc on my whole digestive tract. The last few days were probably the toughest, for sure. I was definitely ready. I say I was ready to eat. My bite didn't feel like it was ready to eat whenever I took my first bite. It was very difficult to even get down 2 ounces of watermelon. Just barely even as big as the palm of your hand. Less than 100 calories the first day. It was very, very draining. It took me about 20 minutes to eat what would normally take me 20 seconds, on a regular day. So my body was telling me to keep going, and it was definitely, I guess, rejecting the food. So it's kind of interesting, the body and how it wants to keep cleansing, but we decide to to cut it off, and you get these signals saying no. But I felt like it was time, and overall I experienced a lot of good benefits. I'm 28 years old. I'll be 29 in October. Probably since age 8, I had issues with my knees. They started popping, started losing a lot of my eyesight, and I'd probably say about age 12 or so, really started having some tonsil issues. Had my tonsils out when I was 14, big mistake, but I really didn't have a choice in the matter. I was 14 years old. My mom pretty much made the decision, and I didn't know anything about how important the tonsils were as far as keeping the body clean. Had more issues when I was 16. I remember distinctively waking up one day having some issues with my lower back, just tense, a lot of pain. Around that time I also started to get a lot of fatigue. It didn't matter how much I slept, what I did. It just it really started taking a toll on me. When I used to, I could go to bed 1 o'clock in the morning and wake up at 6, be ready for school in 5 minutes, and it wouldn't be an issue. Well, I guess during my fast, it was pretty tough sitting around the circle for the lectures every day, just sitting in the chairs, because any kind of normal sitting for about 20 minutes would really make my lower back hurt since I was 16. And I found that really close to a couple days before the fast, that completely stopped. I have a few issues if I work out too hard, I've noticed, since I've broke my fast. If I do a lot of jumping or something, it'll put a lot of tension in my back. But I was popping my back about 15 times a day, guys. Maybe more, just constant tension. And I had to stop myself because I was so used to doing that, and I was feeling that just out of habit I was doing that, but my back didn't need a pop. Now I might have to pop it once a day, and it's not even like, oh, I'm just in so much pain I gotta pop it. I still think a lot of it's out of habit. So that's really amazing for me. I can sit down no problem. I just drove with work the other day for about 4.5 hours, 5 hours total. Didn't really get out other than for about 10 minutes. No pain whatsoever. I have to wear some pretty bad shoes for work, standing on concrete a pretty good long while. Dress shoes, if anybody knows dress shoes, they're not exactly comfortable for long periods of time. My knees don't hurt anymore. My knees, like I said, they've been hurting since I was 8. I still have a little bit of issues in my fingers. I still got some arthritis for sure that needs to be taken care of. But overall, it's just amazing. You know, those nights where, I don't know, probably by the time I was 24, 25, it really got bad. Even with my core being incredibly strong and being the fittest I'd ever been in my life, there were nights where I'd have to lay on my stomach just to even get a little bit of relief. Take 2 hours to have to fall asleep. And I tried everything other than medicine. I didn't want to have to succumb to taking prescription drugs the rest of my life, and I knew how detrimental they are to the health. So eventually I decided to come and fast, and it really has changed my life. By no means am I anywhere close to being healed and to being where I want to be. There's still a lot of issues. My eyesight's gotten better, but I still have some issues with that. My kidneys aren't quite filtering the way I'd like them to. Got some sediment in there, but I really want to get them filtering really good. Get all this lymphatic waste that's backed up in me out, and get these bags or dark circles out from under my eyes. That's all kidneys. Allergies, pretty much gone. When I used to wake up in the morning, this just was before my fast, when I used to wake up in the morning, if I went from like inside the house, sorry about that, if I went inside the house and went out, say, to go to work, and I went from a cool to a hot temperature, my eyes would just really start watering for 30 minutes to an hour. If I went from it being warm, like say in the wintertime, and then had to go out being cold, just pouring. I don't have any of that anymore. Not a whole lot of matter, eye boogers, whatever you want to call them, in the morning anymore. Almost none. So it's just like a lot of really small stuff that might not be a big deal to a lot of people, but it's real huge to me. There's gonna be a longer video posted at some point when Lauren decides to upload it, or when he gets time. He's got a lot of stuff to work on uploading, so it might take a while. But I'll make sure to share that with you guys in case there was anything that I forgot. But overall, it was a good experience, physically, mentally, emotionally. I grew a lot spiritually. It's just one of those things when, especially up on a mountain in isolation with just a few people, it's really amazing what six weeks of just of allowing your body to heal and get back on the right track, what it can do for you. And the lectures that I was able to go to, even the poetry readings, it's definitely life-changing. It's worth every penny of it. I'd do it again tomorrow if I was able. But I'm 28, and I can't remember feeling this good ever. Maybe when I was 5 or 6, and what do you really remember from that age? So just kind of wanted to update everybody. Everybody was talking about how bad I was looking, and everybody started getting worried about me, but I knew how I felt, and if I felt like I was ever in danger, I'd have broke the fast immediately if it felt like I was in a life or death situation. I lost about 30 pounds, probably about 10 pounds of waste at least. I had a lot of old hard waste that came out, and there's still plenty more coming out. So I'm continuing to lose, not necessarily fat, but I'm losing weight from the waste that I'm eliminating. So I also had some issues with some calcium deficiencies, and I haven't got it checked as far as with blood work, but from what I hear is you can look on the fingernails, and if you have those little white spots on it, that means you have a calcium deficiency. Every one of mine disappeared except for, you can't even probably see it, but there's a little bitty spot right there on my fingernail. It all disappeared other than that, and calcium deficiency, I guess, was really osteoporosis and just really thin bones run on my mom's side of the family. So when I got it tested one time, I was in the danger range. So that was really important to get my GI tract pretty clean. There's still a lot more that needs to be cleaned out, but getting a lot of that old waste out to increase my absorption and assimilation with what I'm eating. So it's a new me, it's a new day. Things are great. It's a beautiful day outside. Had a lot of rain last night, but it's a sunny 91. I'm gonna plan on getting some sun here in a little bit as soon as I get off of work. But I thank everybody for the support they gave me during the time. It really made a huge difference. And me being able to go through it, and just knowing that I had some people that actually care, and that, you know, support what I do. Maybe even if y'all didn't necessarily believe in it, just the support really shows a lot about y'all's character, and I really appreciate that. And I appreciate you taking the time out to watch this video. If y'all got any questions, feel free to ask, comment below, do whatever you need to do to get a hold of me, and I'll be sure and give you any tips, advice, and answer whatever questions you might have. Y'all have a good day.